What rights do parents have during a CPS investigation? Well, parents have several rights when it comes to CPS investigation. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to not allow a social worker come to your home. You have the right to not allow the social worker to communicate with your children outside of the public setting, or in this case, school setting. So in your home, in your private abode or home, you have the right to not allow the CPS to communicate with your children. You also have the right to not have the CPS enter your home. But most importantly, you have a right to an attorney. And that's by far, out of all of the rights that I mentioned, that is by far the most important right that you need to be aware of. The right to have attorney present and or counsel during the investigation. Because when you have counsel present who has years of experience handling investigation on behalf of parents, they will guide you, they will inform you step by step on what to do, how to approach it, whether or not you should waive your right to communicate with them or whether or not you shouldn't, whether or not you should be cooperative, whether or not you shouldn't, whether or not you should allow them to enter your home, whether or not you shouldn't, whether or not you should allow them to talk to your children and or child, whether or not you shouldn't. So these are things that is decided on a case-by-case basis. Oftentimes, parent will contact us and say, can I get free consultation? What do I do in this situation? Our typical response is, it depends. It's very difficult. It's a case-by-case basis, requiring us to guide you, requiring us to respond to each of the situation or interaction that takes place. So it's very important. Now, make sure you are informed that no attorney during a CPS investigation can prevent a case from being opened. And we don't make that claim. What we claim is we will help mitigate any type of damages that may rise if it ends up going to court. So then we could have a proper defense if it goes to the first court hearing, whether it's initial court hearing and or a detention hearing. These are very important to understand because at the end of the day, we have the law. The issue is the person deciding to execute the law, whether or not there's a basis to remove, is the social worker. And each social worker has their own agenda, perspective, biases on whether or not they should take a particular action. This is what becomes very difficult. This is where a California CPS defense lawyer by your side is important to guide you and to see what you're dealing with. If you're facing a California CPS investigation, most importantly, by far, you need to contact a California CPS defense lawyer to be there by your side, to advise you, to talk to you. But most importantly, if you need to do the interview, to have an attorney present by your side. Do not communicate with CPS when they knock on your door and leave the business card until you have talked to a California CPS defense lawyer. It is very important, and your case is dependent on it.